Hi, everyone. I want to tell you briefly about the experiences I've had that have prepared me to take on the role of chair-elect for the Iowa State Alumni Association. And then I want to focus on my vision for the board. So most of you know I'm an attorney, and as much as I want to, sometimes I can't take the lawyer hat off. So I understand fiduciary responsibilities and the importance of good governance, but I'm also a professional negotiator, which may seem adversarial, but it's actually the opposite. So there's two parts to my job: advocating for my client and building consensus. And as we move forward into the Sidetown project, I believe that these are the exact two skills that our chair needs. Consensus building is hearing the needs of everyone involved, it's finding common ground, and the ultimate goal is to enter into a long-term partnership. However, as an advocate, I also won't lose sight of our board and the association's needs, goals, and priorities. I can make sure that we not only have a voice in the process, but that it will be heard. And I have spent the past decade exercising these skills daily. I've also served on several nonprofit boards, including Blueprint Campaigns, the St. Paul Chamber of Commerce, the Minnesota Black Chamber of Commerce, and the Minnesota Association of Black Lawyers, or MABLE. And this past year, I served as treasurer, which has really helped me to round out my financial experience and given me an opportunity to be a fiscal leader, understand the budget and tax implications as an organization. And then since being slated, I've had the opportunity to connect with past leaders of this organization, including conversations with Kathy and Tim, but also Al Chryson. I've also connected with some of you just to get feedback on where you see the organization heading. And that's to prepare me to be a leader of this organization. And my vision is really simple. That's continue to oversee and govern this organization transparently with a focus on partnership and collaboration, leadership development, and continuous improvement. I have served on the governance committee for the last 2 years, and I've loved it. The lawyer in me was drawn to it as an area where I could provide expertise, but the leader in me has really found it to be a truly foundational committee for understanding this board. Our board is well governed, and that won't change under my watch. We'll continue to oversee this organization transparently and with an eye for improvement. The board service is an honor and a privilege, but it's also an opportunity. And each year, 5 amazing new humans join this board. And so I foresee a continued and expanded focus on board training. So both understanding sort of the governance roles and expectations and the bylaws and all of that of being on this, but also just general leadership training. After our terms have ended, we shouldn't leave as just ambassadors for the board in Iowa State, but as better leaders who can combine our education from Iowa State with the experience of being on this board to be leaders in our community. Many of you have also seen me be an outspoken advocate for underrepresented communities and for ensuring that our board, our organization, the association, Iowa State respects and honors the contributions of everyone. And that will continue to be a focus area. So let me tell you a little story. And I think we all know about George Washington Carver, who came to Iowa State as the first Black man in 1891. I was a 8-semester Carver scholar, so without him, I would not be here. I know that. However, I want to tell you guys about Mary Evelyn Victoria Hunter, who, after attending Prairie View A&M College in Texas, received a master's degree in home economics education from Iowa State. She was the first Black woman at Iowa State in 1931, a full 40 years after George Washington Carver. The Iowa State Alumni Association started in 1871 or 78. And here we sit 145 years later after the founding of this organization, 92 years after the first Black woman at Iowa State, and we haven't had a single Black woman lead this organization. I know that there are generations of Black women leaders who would have and could have led this organization with the knowledge and skill and dignity that the role deserves. But now's the time. I do believe I have the right experience, knowledge, and skill to be the leader that the board needs now and in the coming years. So thanks.